Hi friends, welcome to all into the world of Webomania. In today's lecture, we're going to talk about the history of AngularJS, Angular2 or Angular. As there is a lot of confusion what is going into Angular. Is it Angular2, Angular or AngularJS? So let's get started. First, we're gonna talk about the history of AngularJS, which we can say as angular.js or AngularJS version 1.x. So what is it? What is AngularJS? AngularJS is an open source front-end MVC framework written in JavaScript, mainly maintained by Google and the community of individuals or corporations. Here MVC stands for Model View Controller. View is basically what you see on the browser screen, that is the HTML document. Model is the business logic, or you can say that the variables used inside our application is known as model. Controller is used to control both the view and model. AngularJS basically extends the HTML code by embedding the custom tag attributes known as directive into our HTML code. AngularJS was originally developed by Misco Havery in 2009 at Brad Tech LLC, a software behind an online JSON storage service. Then later they make it an open source so that it gets evolved into the community, and more suggestions to improve the framework is going to be suggested by the community. Versions. If we talk about the first release of AngularJS, then it is on 20th October 2010 by Google. And if we talk about the current stable version of AngularJS, then it is angular.js version 1.6.4, which is released on 31st March 2017. Features of AngularJS. So if we talk about the features of AngularJS, then it is a cross-platform web application framework. Cross-platform in the sense that the code that you written using AngularJS framework is going to be run in your Chrome browser, Firefox browser, Safari or Internet Explorer as well. AngularJS is the front-end part of the main stack. So what is main stack? Main stack is basically a combination of 4 technologies. Main stands for M stands for MongoDB, E stands for Express.js, which is a web framework, A for AngularJS, and N for Node.js, which is basically a JavaScript runtime environment used to write the server-side code. AngularJS provides two-way data binding. It is used to build single page application. So what is single page application? Single page applications, if you talk about it, then if you talk about the traditional web applications, what happened in them is that if we send a request to the server, then when we get a response from the server, the browser reloads our window and then generate a new page with the response, which is a little bit of time consuming. So what happened in single page application is that when we send a new request to the server, then it uses the AJAX phenomenon, under which it sends the request asynchronously behind the scenes, and when it gets a response from the server, it updates a limited portion of a DOM without refreshing the whole browser. So that is a general idea about AngularJS. So now if we talk about the current state of Angular, then it is your Angular. We talk about it further. So if we talk about the history of Angular or Angular 2, Angular is basically an open source front end web application platform, not an framework. It is a web application platform which makes it ahead of AngularJS, which is written in TypeScript. Angular is a complete rewrite from the same team that built AngularJS. So the code of Angular is written by the team, Google team, who writes the code of AngularJS. TypeScript is a superset of ECMAScript and is backward compatible with ECMAScript 5, that is your JavaScript. So in a general, we can say that TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript, that is a valid JavaScript code in TypeScript is also a valid TypeScript. Now Angular become a platform, so you can write the application for desktop, mobile application as well as web application by using a single framework. Versions. If we talk about the versions of Angular, then the first version of Angular, named as Angular version 2.0.0, is released on 14th September 2016. Current stable version of Angular released by Google is Angular 4.2.4 and it is released on 21st June 2017. If we talk about the naming convention of Angular, as we all say that it is Angular 2, Angular 4 or just an Angular. So what to say? What is the real name of it? Originally, the rewrite of AngularJS was called Angular2 by the team, but this led to confusion among developers. As we know that Angular is evolving day by day and new bugs, fixes, breaking chains comes in it, so it is hard to say about which version we are talking about. So first version of Angular is your Angular 2 version 2.0.0. Then on 30th December 2016, Angular 4 was announced. The final version was released on March 23rd, 2017, named as Angular version 4.0.0. Angular 4 is backward compatible with Angular 2. So what it means is that, as if some of us don't know what is Angular 2, Angular 4, so there is a confusion that we are working on Angular 2 and there comes your Angular 4, but we haven't learned Angular 2 in a right way, and now we again have to learn Angular 4. It is not like that. Angular 4 is just an extended version of Angular 2. So if you know Angular 2, then there is no need to just worry about Angular 4. it is just a few bug fixes or some little bit of breaking change is your Angular 4. So if you talking about if you're talking about the Angular in general, then you just say the word Angular, no need to specify the version. But use if you talk about a specific release of Angular framework, then you have to specify the Angular version at the last of Angular as well. Future of Angular. So by this chart you can say that it is more predictable, transparent to say that which version of Angular is going to be coming, when and how. So as you know that on March 2017 your version 4 of Angular comes, then in the current year in the month of September or October your version 5 is going to come into market. So by analyzing the chart we can say that on every year there are two versions of Angular released in the market. If you notice that we jump from Angular 2 directly to Angular 4 and there is no Angular 3, that is a question and a doubt as well, that I'm gonna told you in the next video. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video. If you have any doubt, then please let me know in the comment area. And there is other questions remaining in your head, I think so. That is, what is semantic versioning, what is Angular 4 in details. So if you have any doubt, just drop a comment below. Thank you.